I want to welcome you all to Build an App Workshop Part 3. Today we'll be working on Canva images for your app. And my name is Drew, and I am a silver consultant with Archer Travel. All righty. So we are using our Canva. All righty. All right, and we're building up workshop part 3, Canva for apps. All right, so attend any time in any order. Yes. So we did app building basics, and then we created online forms. And today we're just going to do some different kind of Canva images. All right, and here's your the presentation link for 1, 2, and today. So I think that will help y'all out if you hadn't been to one yet, or you just want the all in one. Okay, Canva basics are free. Using animations like you see here really makes your post stand out. You can post directly to social media from Canva. You can download as a GIF for your app and your documents. And just remember, an MP4 is YouTube videos, okay? And it's easy to create on the go using their free app. Really easy. Today, we're going to create an Instagram post. We're going to look at styles and templates. We're going to look at different text styles, animations, using elements, uploading some images, adding video backgrounds like you see here. And again, it just reminds you to use GIF for app, social media documents, and I just use MP4 only for YouTube. Now for social media, it can be a GIF or MP4. I just think it's easier as a GIF. So we're gonna create images using Canimages, all answers about anything. Nobody's on mute, so that's easy. And it's recorded. My little YouTube is down here on the bottom, Trisha. And also here's all my information to contact me at any time. And there's my email. Okay, now let's go ahead and just jump right into it. I do not watch the chat box, just FYI. I usually get lost in my little world, so just say it, or maybe someone can read it if you're not allowed to talk. And you'd be like, can you tell Drew this? Because I don't want to miss anything. Okay, so we're at canva.com. All right. And if everyone's there, I'm just going to keep going, and then let me know if I need to slow down or whatever. All right, so I logged in just with my Google, easy peasy. And let's just start creating a design. Now, I always choose Instagram Post Square. It's easy, to upload to your documents and things like that if it's already in a square. And it works for all your social media platforms. So I would maybe use Facebook cover, Facebook covers. But I just do everything as an Instagram post square. So let's just start a new one here. Now all right. We started a new one. And let's start this left corner here, design. And there's templates, which we'll go through, and we'll go through these styles real quick. Do you see how it gives you all these colors? And you can change the colors. And what I'm going to go ahead and do is pull up so you don't have to suffer my terrible, terrible typing. All right, so I just started a new one and chose green as the background. Okay. And these are just some of your sample text and animations. To add text, I just click on it, and usually I just, hit duplicate and change. And then you add your text, and then you place your tags just like anything else. Pretty simple. Okay, just delete that. You would click on that. Here's where you change your colors. And what I like about this too is if you press on it, you can use this tiny little paintbrush here. And if you click on it and you see how you get to pick your color, I like that. That's really easy in my opinion. And of course, just changing the shade, same way you change your regular colors, size and stuff like that. Of course, our fonts. So let's look at I just typed out sample text, okay? Now let's click on it and look at effects. Yours may say animation. Okay. And here's okay, so yours probably said animation because you're new. And also you can just create your own and have dual windows. Okay, so right now I think this is on Rise. This is a block. You just can click it and look at the different ways that your letters will do. This is a block. This is a breathe, and it kind of gets larger, which is pretty cool. You just want to play around with it. And another way to add text is to hit text. Okay. And, you can click add a heading and type some things about stuff there. Yeah, just like we did. And I also use these most of the time, a lot. You see how this glow, you just click on it. Okay. And I have a really bad habit of double clicking things because I'm impatient. But there it is. You see where it says glow and sample text? That's where that came from. Okay. And I also use, you can use any of the ones. You can just go through those. If it has the little, if you see this little crown or whatever, you're not going to be able to use it. But if it doesn't have the crown, it's free. So you get all these this sparkle. I use glow and sparkle. Those are my jams. But go through them and make it your own. And that's two ways to start your little creation. Okay, so if anyone has questions about samples, the sample text or whatever, just please let me know. Now, let's just go down the side here. Let's say that I'm going to show you something here. I'm going to add a page. Boop. Okay. And now I can put words on that page. I can delete the page. I can add a page. And what you're doing with the page is, here's a sample of mine. See, these are just, I added a page. And then I added a page. And you see how it just will scroll through. When, here's some of my, but it will just basically, it will scroll through the different pages, and that's how you do it. Added a page, added a page, added a page, and it will just shuffle through it with you, for you. This is a good example, really. So here's a page, and then I added a page and added an image, and then et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I always thought that was really cool. You're just adding different pages to get all of them. Okay, so that's what happens when you add pages, and just to get it to, to shuffle through or whatever. And this is just a sample of the app, Trisha, that we built on this jotform.com. And we also made our forms on this too. I was going to show you on the bottom. I'm not the most proficiency. Okay, you see, okay. Do you see Trisha, on the bottom? You see, this is funny. All right, not really funny, but jotforms.com. I'm gonna have to close it. Jotforms.com, Trisha.
Okay.
Okay. You see on the bottom it says create your own app or whatever. That's what we use, basically.
Okay.
We'll go through that at the end. That's just FYI. But I wanted to show you some of the samples of just Canva images that I used on mine. These are all have animation on them. But when we uploaded it to our app, we just uploaded an image, and all your little animations and everything will upload as a GIF. And this is my MP4. Yes, it has to be YouTube. And this just shows you some of the different ways you can use it. There's my sparkle, there's my glow, and here's just the pages, going through the pages and the different animations to your image. I want that to flop over. I want that to come up, etc. Okay. Now we'll just keep using this page here. But let's say I want to change the color. Here's our little color box. Background color. Just that easy, right? Let's look at elements. Boop, right there. Okay, so we started with design and we picked either style, and we'll go through the template. Here's elements, which I thought are really cool. Of course, the sunbursts. Let's make the background darker. Okay. For elements. And of course, change sizes. Yes. Let's say that we moved it up to our page 1. Okay. By dropping and dragging. But that's annoying, right? Because it's in the way of our text. So you can either right click or press these little dots. And of course, you probably recognize copy, paste, duplicate, delete, things about stuff. Here's our layer. So I want my sparkle thingy to be in the back. And see, it's hard to see. It's in the back. Okay, it's hard to see. It's behind the text or whatever. Hey, let's say, okay, my sparkle is way too bright. Here's our little transparency for our little sparkle. Maybe we only want it like that. Yeah? So those are elements, lines, shapes, graphics, sticker thingies, which are just great. I mean, they have animation. Let's say, oh, we want our little hand layer, bring the front. Now we're clicking on stuff, right? And there's a ton of them. What I also like on elements is on these stickers, you see all the options. There's a lot of them, yes, and you can just go through all of those. Pretty funny. Makes it easy. Yeah. Okay. So that's your elements, and there's a lot of them. Like, let's look at my recently used. Now these are stickers. These are funny little stickers. I'm gonna just bring it down where we could see it. Here's a funny little sticker. You know, uh, that cracks me up. And I use these because I'm trying to sell event tickets. Yeah. And so you can move them next to each other, be dancing. And that makes it real fun and easy. And they also have things like this. Okay, so and you can change, of course, I think you can change. No, you can't change the lettering on the stickers. Okay, so if you want any of these, that's cool, but you can't change the letters. Okay. And hey, I don't like that page. Here's our little delete. Now I only have one page. Okay. And you can come back at any time and delete whatever, etc. All right. Now let's go to, I want to look at these templates with you. So let's go back to design. All right. And let's just say that I'm gonna add a page and then I'm gonna be like, delete this page. Um, is my analog way of doing it. So let's look at all the templates. And 90% of what I use are these templates. Here we just click on it. There's the template we just saw, right? For our app workshop, yes, same thing. I just changed the lettering. Okay. But I wanted to show you something about your videos. All right. So I don't mess with edit because pretty much all of that is okay, you know. But see where it says that the video is 11.7 seconds? That's going to be a big file. That would take a while. Now, on the Jot Forms app, yes, one of these GIFs are like 50 megabytes or something, and that's okay. Yeah. But it takes a while. And it's even harder when you're sharing your app and they click on it. Maybe they have an older device. You want it as small as possible. Okay, so and hey, this is just repeating, you know, floating over the ocean and stuff, right? So I'm going to I clicked on 11 and I'm just going to drag this. Okay, now it's 4 seconds and done. And now you have a much, much, much smaller file. That's just going to repeat. Okay, now let's make sure we go to playback on our video because you want it to forever loop. And I like it to autoplay. That's your preference. But now if it forever loops, that's 4.7 seconds instead of getting to the end of 4.7 seconds and the thing just stops. Yeah. And there's crop and flip and animate and all of these you can play around. Okay, now I've chosen this. But I don't want to say that, or I just don't like that, or something. I'm going to delete the words. What is this? I don't know. Let's delete it. You like it? It's supposed to, I think, meant to. But it's just that easy. Yeah. But we still have our video background. And here's a great time where you could go to text, maybe pick Sparkle and be like, I'm awesome. I'm awesome, right? Etc. Now let's go ahead and let's, I'm gonna just move this up or whatever. Of course, here's our size and our color like we went through and things about stuff, of course, where you want to align. And here's our animate button. So how do we want it animated? I don't know. I just kind of let it, look at them all or whatever and pick one. And there it is. Okay. Now, I want to show you. Let's go ahead and just be like, I'm going to save that. Okay, now this is super important because when you share the design, this link, you have to change it to anyone with link can view. So just play. You don't send them a link and they're like, you want to open the link and anything like that. They'd have to have permission if you don't change that. It took me forever to know that, understand that. Okay, so here's our download, right? MP4, YouTube, Jotforms app, and documents. Yes. And of course, if you want just it to be, one solid picture without moving or whatever, your JPG and all of these. But I only go with these two. And also for social media, you can do MP4 or you can do your GIF. I find it's easier just to use a GIF unless I'm making a YouTube video. Okay, so we would download this onto our computer and it would be there. But let's also look maybe after I download it. Let's go ahead and look. You can just click a button, boop, and it'll be like, do you wanna? And you'll be like, yes, and it will do it for you, and it'll post on your social medias, which is fantastic. Yes. Um, and so whenever you click it or whatever, they'll ask you what your handle is and stuff like that. They'll direct you. So I always thought that was super wonderful. And I just wanted to make sure we all can do. Now you can send the link. There's the link to copy and paste it. Or if you are going to, add it, there's your little link right there. Oh, easy as can be. Now, if you want to create something together, we can. If you want to play around with it and just have me on hand to ask questions, please do. Don't forget to name your file. Right? This is my terrible typing name. You can look, here's your little preview right next to your share. On video, I'll have the seconds, right?
I have a quick
Yeah,
question.
yeah, go
On
for it.
that screen that you were just on right before, it had a little icon white. What does white do? Does it erase it, or if you make a like when it's up at the top toolbar, it says effects, white position.
Okay,
And I use
yeah,
Canva a lot, but I've never seen white.
yeah, that's one of your animations for your
Okay.
text. And
Okay.
so we hit, and yours probably says animation because you haven't done one yet. So let's
Right.
click it. And this is where you choose.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Ah,
Gotcha.
that's right. That's and when let's say we added a page, we're adding a page where else it'll file through like that. It'll just like its own slideshow or whatever. Um, and you can also copy that page and now, change your little lettering and your effects and things like this. I have it on merge. Um, that's really it. I mean, it's just that easy, but just the little things would be, oh, here's a little video, you know, and then let's just say, let's add a text. Any changes that I want to make to the video though, I go ahead and do that while I'm there. So I mean you can get back to it by clicking to it or whatever. But let's just look at it. I don't think it needs to be 8 seconds, so let's just make it smaller. Of course, you can make it longer too. Look, forever loop and autoplay. And then that way, when they're going through their social media, yours is there to stick out and look awesome.
Drew, can I ask a question real quick?
They do.
Do you put your logo on each of your slides or put it on the first one and as you're copying it, it's just automatically going to be on your next slide? Do you,
You'll have
which,
to have it. I will I will typically use some sort of logo, or that's my business card, that's my logo. I typically will use it, but let's learn how to upload one. Let's upload our image. Hey, and let's say, okay, I've decided I don't like that. Delete, delete. Now I have one page. Yes. Now let's go to uploads right there.
and then when you upload it, would you show how to remove the background? Because it usually uploads as a JPEG. And if you want it to be a PNG, you can remove the background on that so that it doesn't look like it's just pasted as a,
Yeah.
you know,
I don't know. Let's just talk through it. Of course, I've uploaded stuff or whatever. I'm gonna just go and try not to make this too complicated. And here's one of my little logos. Okay, so if it's uploading, and it shows you like this water thing or whatever. Now it's upload. Just uploaded it. Boop. There it is on my little page now.
now
And the sizes and stuff. So, is this what you're talking about, Trisha? This like,
You can hit
it
edit photo.
Yeah, when you click on that and then you can go to edit photo and then in the upper left-hand column there's a little icon that says remove background and it will
Up at the
become all that white will
Yeah.
be gone and turn it into a PNG.
oh, I'd love to have you tell me that again. To take
So
all the white out.
click on your yeah, I'm Okay, so now that you have it clicked on, go
Yeah.
up to edit photo in the
Oh,
upper left hand, and then you can see the remove background, that top far left one. Click on that.
oh, okay. That makes me pay.
Oh, is that a pro?
Yeah, but that's
Okay.
fantastic. I love that. That's great. Anything with these little, crowns or whatever. But that is great, and I'm sure everyone loves to know there's another good reason why maybe you would want to pay for you to do things like that. Fantastic. Thank you, lady. I didn't even know that, so I love that. That's wonderful. Let's say while we're here, let's animate our picture that we uploaded. You can animate the picture too. So not only will the video play, you can also, words and or logos can also be animated. Okay. So let's just say I move that down here and stuff. And you can also edit the video, but that also is pay for it. Okay, that one didn't. I think it's just the background remover. But you can change the colors and things about stuff. You definitely can change it. All right. So we are going to animate the photo. Doesn't just have to be the letters. Okay, same deal, pickle. Now, whenever I do like logo or what I really want to emphasize, just and here we go, animate. I love breathe because while things are happening and stuff, you see how it just gets larger, kind of comes to. I think that's really, I love that one. But you can play around with it.
We're in here Tuesday and it wasn't too bad.
Say that again. On Tuesday? I didn't hear you, Diana. Okay. Okay. You can also, my little puppy. Boop. Okay, but what I was going to show you was that you can also, there's your QR code right here. Boom, you got a QR code. Always make sure that your QR code in layering, bring to the front. Okay, I know. Let's go to projects. This is where all your projects are that you've been working on. Now, let's say we're going to start over or whatever and do a new one. Okay, create a design. Which one? Instagram post. But what I want to do for this one is from my projects, I want to, I want that page on my new image I just created. So you can just click it on whatever, blank page you're working on. And all of a sudden, there it is on your new project or whatever. So I always found that that was super, super wonderful. Because some of them, if it has more than one page per se, like this one, this project had the intro, one, two, pop, pop, beep, pop, boop. So maybe I only want one of the pages, or you can add all 7. Okay. And of course, you could change the lettering and images and things like that. So that's a good way to duplicate what you want in life, but not have to recreate it, if that makes sense to you. Here's one I made. Things like these look really great on small posts, QR code. And all of these I found by going to design and looking at the templates. And you'll be able to tell if it's animated or not, because it'll move. Boom, breaking news. Things about stuff. Okay. You can change the letters, right? And make it your own. And let's say, hey, let's add our little logo. Boop, right there. And if you pay for it, then you can go to your edit photo and you can remove that background, which would look a lot nicer, that's for sure. And you can be like, I don't want this part. Let's just delete this. This is, or something like that, right? So you can change anything that you see to make it your own, but gives you a pretty cool background. But let's remember that we want to change how long it is, simply because it's just it's just repeating itself. And the smaller the better, like for ones that I use that have, let's say, water or a beach or something like that, instead of 4 seconds, it's just repeat the ocean. Yeah, just going to repeat the ocean. If you want to know how to do the captions, tell me. It's on Clipchamp. All right, how I added the captions there. Because I hate the sound of my voice. And so it's actually on, no sound or whatever. And then, so when it plays on their social media, they can just read it. But this, the ocean is a great example. 1 minute and 28 seconds. That's how long the video is. So, if that makes sense to you, change anything, and just gives you something cool to look at. Yeah. So I would say just going through, there are really neat, of course, really neat templates. Here's one. Oh, look, we're in the mountains. Yeah. And remove anything you don't want and add anything that you want. That makes it easy. I always like that one. That one's fun. So, of course, if you changed just one you just retyped it or whatever. Just that easy. And you can also, let's say I wanted to copy, I thought that was neat or something. You can, of course, right click and copy or bring it down to the other page. But you can also see right here, just copy it, right? And now I have 2 of them or whatever. So you can just copy it by, well, I think you did. Okay. Right. Very good. So that's really all. Let's just go home And this is where you would just start a new one. And all these gifts, as you could tell by the workshop or whatever, I just uploaded the gift like an image. It's just that easy. And let's just, okay, here's all your projects. So you can kind of scroll through them there and or create a design. Just that easy. Now, if y'all want to play around with it or whatever, and I just sit there, sit here in case you have any questions. Okay, now here's a good example-ish. All right, watermarks or anything with the crown, you know, is for the fancy pants, is pay. But there are certain things that have watermarks, like some sparkles. It's weird, but you can just remove whatever said had the watermark, and it's free now. Okay, so if it looks, if it's kind of all crossed out or whatever, that means you got to pay for it. But there are going to be some that you can click on, and it's going to ask you to remove watermark, but maybe only that's the watermark. So that's something to play around with too, if you just like certain things. But not all of them that have watermarks are like off limits. Sometimes on this one here, the sparkle was a watermark. So I removed the sparkle it gave me and went to elements, and I found my own sparkle. Right? Just like that. Any questions? It's just that easy. So, you're done if you want to. If you don't have any more questions. You're welcome.
I really appreciate you taking time. I look forward to going through. I am not home yet, and I probably need to be on my laptop so I can do split screen and things like that. And I will get in there and work on the first two.
The dot forms too. Make sure you get this app workshop link, because it does have all three in there. And right after this, right after the workshop, I'll upload the workshop 3 for you, but 1 and 2 is on my little YouTube.
Where do you get those links?
She sent it in the chat.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let me get in the chat.
The presentation. I'm gonna just copy this link here for you again. And let's just put it here again. So everything from the Build the App workshop can be found right here. And
when you go into the job form, are you using one of their templates, or did you start from scratch for the app?
Either or. Okay, you see where I am right here? Create your own app.
I did. I did take a look at that.
And we're gonna log in real quick. You can also do it very easily from your phone. But if you use a template, this is the template that we used, and also the template that created this. But I always find that once you kind of understand, see, right now we're building an app right here just by using the template and changing all their little info to our info. If that makes sense. Yeah. So here, I don't want that. You can click it, and there's your little paintbrush too. But click it, logo. I don't want that. I'm gonna remove it. I'm gonna upload. let's just use this. Upload your file and it will pop right up.
All righty. Well, thank you so much. I'm looking forward to getting in there and doing it. And you have a wonderful rest of your day. And
you're welcome. I'll go ahead and email you, and then I'm here to help you make sure you
appreciate it.
Anytime, Tricia.
You're the best. Thanks so much.
My pleasure. And we can be done early if there's nothing else. And of course,
I'm copying down the link.
Yeah.
Give me a minute.
Take your time, Marlene.
Okay.
And you were working on it on Wednesday. You were going to play around with.
I played around with it.
Did you have any questions or?
No.
So I just wanted to mention, if you wanted to email me a picture of your logo, I can go in because I pay for Canva and I can remove the background and send it to you.
That would be.
I do it for all my my agents under me. I do it for their pictures and stuff so they don't have to pay.
That would be so awesome. How?
Let me. I'm gonna put in my email address real quick.
Yeah, because that is wonderful. Thank you, Diane. And of course,
we're all here to help each other, right?
That's right. On your little app, all these are clickable as well. So you got QR codes, they each click.
I think it's fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Here's my little quote page from the, and you see how it has just this little intro, so it shows the beach or whatever. And they can fill it out right here. And
so you just add the link.
Okay.
Well, when we are building it, let's go to, I'm kind of double signed in, so I'm not.
Show me how you did that. You did the Canva first, and then you uploaded the form from jot.com.
That's right. That's right. So let's look at start from scratch. I think Trisha left already, but let's say one of the images. Okay, here's our app, which is probably the easiest way to do it. And Trisha, right here on settings, make sure to add your app name and change the icon. So that whenever you you text your little link to people, you text the link, and then they open it, and it's like a business card, but there's your app, boop, right there. Kind of forgot what. Oh yes, when you go into your new app, of course there's build. That's where you build. Don't ever forget to hit publish. But when you're setting up, go to the settings and you change your name and the icon. And then that way, when you text your little link, it downloads with your little icon. They could put it on their home screen, which always made me feel really cool. It's downloaded by Google Play, but see how small, you don't need any trackers or cookies or nothing at all. So just that would be a great way to just make sure, because then when you text your thingy, even if you're still building it, then they can get your little thing downloaded. They can download your thingy. But let's just look real quick. Now this is just starting from scratch. And remember our elements. Image and here's where you would add the form, Arlene, that you built. Did you see what I did? So I just selected form. I'm gonna add this form. All right. And on here, in order, well, it doesn't look like that. Okay, go to our little properties. And of course, you can type here. This is my free quote or whatever. Or you can just click on here and type right in there, either or. The one thing about the form, and don't forget that you can change normal, large, shrink is half page, right? And you can make them have to fill it out and they can't do anything. Markers required. Of course but forms, you can choose one of your files to be the background on form buttons.
Focused it on Canva.
Form buttons and links and your links. And our links and forms, you can have a neat little background image. Mine's being slow. Buttons. Let's look at our button again real quick. Because of course I clicked it and it added it, right? And right now it's adding everything onto my home page. Here's your add new page. All right, because that is going to be, you don't want everything on your home page. You want your home page to be, fairly small.
Eye-catching.
And you would add a page, add a page, add a page, and we'll just I'm kind of flopping around on you a little bit, but
That's okay. I love organized chaos.
perfect. Then you'd love my brain. Okay, so this is on my home page. And see, to get back to creating, here's my create my own app. You can get to it from there too. Creating your app. Publish. And we're gonna go back. Okay, so don't forget to hit publish. There's your link. This is what you text everybody, and they open it up, and there's your app.
Can you make that link like what you wanted to say instead of all that?
You have to have the jobboards.com app thing about stuff unless you pay for it. But see this little pencil? Yeah, you do get to at least put your, add your name or whatever to the
Okay.
end of it. Okay. Yeah. Here's your QR code. They give it to you. Of course, and then you.
So it might be better just to do QR code so they don't see all that,
yeah,
all the extra stuff in the link.
That's very true. You can just send the QR codes or the links, right? So this was my homepage, but see, I added this page, quote, I added a page, so it's going to be slow to get me back to my build or whatever, but that's add a page.
Well, I'm excited. I'm going to sit down and play with that tonight.
Right. And see, here it is right there. Add a new page. Then you name it. And let's just click on it. And this is an image. Just like it was a picture, but it, has all the animations in it, which is fantastic. And remember, let's look at our properties. There's a little thing about stuff. You can type things. Here's where you would put your link to make it clickable. They can click. Don't forget, shrink is half page. Yeah, that saves a lot of space. You can duplicate it. Boop. Now there's two. Yes. And that's add a page, add a page, add a page. Or delete it. Oops, I just did my real page, but that's okay. Add a page, add a page, add a page. Buttons. Let's look at our buttons. Adding a button. Okay, we added a button. I changed it to say contact Drew. Now it's going to ask you, what do you want this button to do? Send it to your website. I have it send me an email. And, you know, open the form, things about stuff. When people fill out my little quote form that we built, then or they contact you or anything, it's just going to send an email. If you had a quote form like we made on Jot Forms last week, then once they hit submit, you get an email and has all the answers, all right there, all the information in your email. But if they click the little button, send email, it's just going to open up Gmail. Just that easy. You can change what it does. And then, of course, going down, now slider's going to be like a slideshow. Yes. And then you just add all the pictures that you want. Here it is. There's my little slideshow. Choose my images. Upload, 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 upload. It's going to show through. Video has to be a YouTube. This video. They make you have a YouTube. Okay. Matt. Social follow. Click that little button. There's all your social medias. You just change information here. And let's say I added, I don't know what dig is or whatever, but if I added it, typed it in, it would add the little logo for me. So I always thought that was really helpful. You can have testimonials, things about stuff. Now, and then there's also the widgets. And if you don't mind, I added Spotify. It's free. I added the free songs and things like that. And then that way they can listen to the tunes while they're doing stuff on my app, which I thought was always really cool. You know, you can have all your Instagram posts right there on your page and just everything that you posted, etc. All of these options. Just make sure, I just want to emphasize that the less they have to scroll on their little phone to do things, the easier it is for them. So, you know, you just want to add the page instead of putting everything on one. Scroll, 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 you know, like that. That makes sense. Added these just as images. So button, form, the link. Do you see how this is actually where I added a link. And on links and on forms, you get to add your background image to whatever you want it to be. So in order for my button to basically have Canva do it all for me, I just had to do canvas squares and like watch my lettering. And then when you upload the image on your button, I just had to keep making it smaller or whatever to where only the words will show. But you get all the animations in the background, your Canva. And see, this is my form, so I got to choose a cool background. But on buttons, you're stuck with colors. That's all you get on the buttons. Buttons are colors only.
Well, I think this was great training. I'm going to play with it tonight, but I'm also an Optavia coach, and I have a call to make with one of my clients.
Fantastic. Listen, make sure.
All right.
Okay, I've got your email, and I will.
And I'll get that done ASAP.
Diane, that's the bomb. Have a great weekend and Mother's Day weekend if you are one.
Thank you. I have 7 kids. Oh God, yes.
Oh, oh my.
You'll definitely
They're
have
all
Mother's
adults with
Day.
grandbabies.
Wow, that's awesome. Congratulations. I hope
All
that
right,
they
y'all
spoil you.
right. All right, y'all have a great day.
Take care.
Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Arlene, what I'm going to do, I'm going to press stop record for the recording, but I'm still here.
Okay, I'm gonna go